Hello everyone, welcome back to another AI video. In this one, we're in Wondershare UniConverter, and not only that, we're in the new version 15, and it is fantastic, and it has Mac functionality. So if you're a Mac user like me, you're in luck. It is built for us now. So to get there, of course, I'll put a link in the description below, but as you'll see here, you can go up to products, and when I hover over that and click on it, you'll see UniConverter for Windows and UniConverter for Mac. So depending on which one you're on, click on that. I'm on Mac, and there we go. Now to download it, piece of cake, just click on download and presto, it is now downloading and we're ready to go. Now let's get into it and start it up. All right, once you've downloaded and installed it, open it up and you're going to see a screen just like this. Now the first thing you're going to see is there is a lot going on here. I know this is called Wondershare UniConverter, but it does a lot more than converting video. Look at this. There's editing, screen recording, burning, enhancement. There's all sorts of new AI features that have been added in for videos, for images. So many different things. I'm going to cover some of my favorite ones, but keep in mind there's a lot here and it's definitely worth going through them. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is the traditional video conversion format here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on converter. Watch this. Now, before I show you how to do this, this is the problem that this solves. If you're a video editor like I am, I've done hundreds of tutorials in Premiere Pro. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Finder. I'm going to grab this tracker.mkv and drag and drop it into Premiere Pro. Bang, file import failure. It does not accept MKVs. These Adobe products, you know, and the other editors as well, but Adobe, I'm picking on them here. They don't accept it. Here's Adobe After Effects, drag and drop it into the project panel, doesn't work. So what do? We go into Wondershare Converter, and let's see how this would work here. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to grab that exact same file, the MKV, drag and drop it in here. Boom, loading file. Now we are cooking. I'm going to allow it to access my folder. Of course, you'll see here that it has selected it, well, it's identified it as an MKV, and then we can choose our output format. This is magic. I'm going to click on that, and I want this to be MP4 because MP4s work pretty much everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and select MP4, but if you wanted an MOV or one of these other formats, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on create. And then look at that. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And then what are we going to call this? We're going to call this MKV to MP4. Something like that. And then I'm just going to click on save. And it is now going to go ahead and begin the conversion once I click this convert button. Watch this. Here we go. It is going from MKV to MP4. This is the first thing I wanted to show you. And if you're a video editor like me, like I said, guys, this is extremely important. Now we can work with MKV files. All right, so that took about 10 or so seconds, and you'll see here that it is successful. It gave me the green successful. And if I click on finished up here, I just click on the finish tab, here it is. You'll see it's MP4, and if I want to use it, I'll just click on this little folder here, and there it is, tracker.mp4. Now if I open up Premiere Pro and I try to add that in, watch. Look at that. We are in business. Video editors around the world are rejoicing. All right, the next thing I want to show you is the screen recorder. I see lots of apps on the app stores and things like that to download either paid or free screen recorders. No point getting another app to do that. It's built into UniConverter and it's a piece of cake to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on screen recorder right here. And when you do that, you'll already see that I did a recording earlier, but you get three options. Now I will note if this is your first time clicking on that, it may ask you for permission to write to a different file, and it may also ask you permission to, use your web camera to turn it on and off. So if you're comfortable with that, go ahead and do that. Once you've done that, you get three options. The first one here is screen recorder. So if you want to record your screen, whether a part of the screen or your entire screen, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to use the webcam only, if you just want to record video with your webcam, or if you just want to record your voice using the audio recorder. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on the first one here, which is the screen recorder. I'll click on that and then I'll show you how to use it. All right, welcome back. So you'll see here, I've got the screen recorder open now. And just a quick things here. Of course, you can customize these as you see fit, but you'll see here that I can select full screen, which is what I usually do. But if I only want to select a selection of the screen, for example, 19 by 1080 is full HD for a YouTube size video. So if you're, if you want the exact pixel dimensions, you can go ahead and do that. 1080 by 1080 is a square. You can go ahead and do that as well. You can also type in the exact pixels that you want, including aspect ratio, which is great. But here's where things get very interesting here. Now, you'll see here that you actually can record with your iPhone. So for me, I have a MacBook Pro and an iPhone. So if I want to record and I want to record using the audio on my phone, look at that. It is default set up, ready to go. So that would be very cool. Watch this. If I click on this, you're going to see it dings a little bit, but here it says iPhone microphone. If I want to switch back to MacBook Pro microphone, I can go ahead and do that. And if I want to turn my FaceTime camera or my webcam on, I can click this button, and then once I'm ready, hit record, and that's it. You record your screen. It is fantastic. All right, the next thing I want to show you is their AI video enhancer. I run an AI channel, so this makes a lot of sense here. I'm going to click on this, and when you do that, you'll see here it asks you to drag and drop some footage in. I'm going to go to my Finder, and I've got some low resolution, low light footage. I'll drag and drop that on top, and I selected this very specifically because this is using standard definition format. This was all the rage about 15 years ago when cameras were just sort of turning over into digital from analog, and they weren't very high resolution. Well, this is the kind of footage you'd get. It's dark, it's poorly lit. Not to worry, we're going to upscale it and we're going to enhance it. So you can do three things here. For this video, we're going to use the AI upscaler, but if you have noisy footage or if you have footage that's at a very low frame per second, you can use frame interpolation and general denoiser. For this one, we want to upscale it. So when I click on upscaler, you can see here that we have some settings. So it defaulted, it's 640 by 360. So if we do double the resolution, we're going to get 1280 by 720, which is standard high definition. If we quadruple it, we get 2560 by 1440, which is 2K footage. So that's the one I'm going to go with. It's got a big upscale here, and then all you got to do is click on export. It's going to analyze it. It's going to export it. I'll come back, show you what we got when it's done. All right, welcome back. So once it's done the conversion process, you'll see that it opens up a Finder window on a Mac. If you're on a PC, it might be Explorer. But here's what really matters here is when I right click on this and I go to get info, you're going to see here that it's gone from the 640 by 360 to 2560 by 1440. That's the 4x upscale, and it did that in about 30 seconds. Pretty wild stuff. And if you click on it and you open it, there you go. You'll see here that it's upscaled and it looks a lot better than it did in the preview. Okay, let's keep going. I want to show you one more thing. All right, the next thing I want to show you is in their AI lab, and it's their text-to-speech functionality. It is amazing. Before I do that, I just want to quickly show you here that up at the top here, you can click on More Tools. And if you're ever not sure if the software can do something, or if you just wanted a bird's eye view of what it can do, you can just sort of scroll through here and it's all here. For example, there are 18 different things under the AI lab alone. So there is a lot of stuff here. I obviously can't go into everything in detail, but take a look around. There's so much to look at. Okay, let's go back to home here. Now, for text-to-speech, this is probably my favorite thing, and I'm going to show you why here. When I click on this, you'll see here that we get a enter your text-to-speech bubble. I'm just going to copy and paste in some speech like this, and it's just a little snippet from a video I did the other day where I talked about a female basketball game between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the LSU Tigers. That's not really the point. The point, though, is on the left side here. Listen to these voices. Check this out. I'm going to click on Education Bubble here, and then I'm going to listen to the mature voice. Now, if you would have told me that this was a real person, I would have believed you. Watch this.
Bridge the gap between theory and practice in our dynamic classes.
That is amazing. There's more you can listen to. Let's listen to informative.
Bridge the gap between theory and practice in our dynamic classes.
That sounds just like one of my professors I had. And there's so many other ones here in entertainment. This expressive one is really, really good if you're looking for an upbeat female voice. I'll click on this one. Take a listen to this one.
Tune in for expert insights and thought-provoking discussions.
Fantastic voices. They've got the correct inflection, the correct cadences. They are fantastic. Anyways, I'm going to go back to education. I really like this mature voice. And then the next step here is once you've got some text entered in here, I'm just going to click on generate, and it's going to go ahead and cook it up for me. Now, keep in mind, for those of you that are wondering what you would use this for, if you wanted to create content, like I run a faceless YouTube channel, and use me as an example here. If I wanted to create content in another language, I could just type it in here and it would give me that perfectly sounding. So for example, if you are a non-English speaker and you typed in the English, well, hey, you can do tutorial videos with perfect voiceovers, just like that. So there you go. That's just an example. Let's listen to what we got here.
Join Curtis Pike as he dives into an extraordinary women's college basketball showdown between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the LSU Tigers.
The timing, the pace, the cadence, the inflection is fantastic. It even understood the comma here when I said join Curtis Pike, comma. It even got the timing for that correct. Now, in order to take you to the next level, just click on export, and there you go. I've already exported it here, but if I wanted to listen to it again, I could just double click on it.
Join Curtis Pike as he dives into an extraordinary...
Bam, done. All right, so there you have it. That is my favorite functionality and features inside Wondershare UniConverter version 15. Guys, you got to give this a crack. It is fantastic. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Be back soon.